Welcome and thank you for joining us. Let's have a quick look at some of the functionality available in the Tasks app using Oracle Primavera Cloud, or OPC. So we have our little demo schedule entered in the Activities tab in the Schedule app, and we're in the work plan. Now, the work plan is often used for things like lean scheduling and poll planning, those types of scenarios. But if you're not familiar with those types of terms, exactly what is in the work plan? Well, the work plan right now, you can choose not to have the list down the left side, but I'm displaying the list of activities from the schedule down the left side. Now you'll notice across the time scale, I've got activities, which I can collapse if I don't want to see the task that's below them, or you can choose to see tasks only. You can create the layout that you need to have to look at. Now, what we have here is another level of breakdown. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to split the activities into the tasks required to complete those activities. Now, in some cases, you don't really need to split it much at all, but you may want to track all your progress using tasks, in which case you'll give that particular activity a task anyways. But you'll notice that the tasks I've got created, many of them are different colors. Right now, they're color-coded by the company that is assigned to them. In other words, who's responsible for completing this task? What company? Now, if I want to go in and have a look at some of the details, you can see I've got icons here, and if I hover over them, they will give me an indicator of what they're trying to tell me. And if I just double-click on the task, to go into it, I've got some high-level information. Again, my icons are there, so I can just hover over them and they will tell me what that icon is all about. I can go into the details to get a little bit more information. So this particular task that I'm selected is a task that belongs to the Pre-100 install scaffolding activity. This is a company that's looking after this particular task. This particular one has been doing a bit of struggling. So it has a proposed due date right now of the 3rd of July. Well, that's part of what these red icons are about, trying to alert me to the fact that you need to address this task. It did not finish the 3rd of July, and the proposed due date is still the 3rd of July. So if I go to commitments, you'll see, as I said, it's been struggling a bit. So there's been 3 commitments on this particular task. So what we want to do here is we did not meet the 3rd, so we need to change that, but we need to put a reason for missing that particular commitment, because the idea of these tasks is the responsible party commits to finishing this task on a specific date. And using the work plan, you can easily track that. Now, by that, what I'm getting at is, and we can't go through absolutely everything here, but just at a high level, you've got task summary at the top. So it tells me overdue, due this week, tasks with Slack, etc. If I open this up, it's going to let me go to those particular elements as I need to. Now, another thing that can come up as well is you may be in a conversation doing updates, that kind of thing, and somebody may grab a task and say, okay, this is not going to finish on Friday the 7th, it's going to go to Saturday the 8th. You can just click and drag. So if I drag that back where it was, you'll notice the end date, because this is the last task in the chain, the end date of the activity has extended to encompass the task date change. Now, what it's done is it's put dashed lines from what was the end date of the activity to the new end date. That tells me that, okay, that information is reflected in the activities screen in the Schedule app. So the scheduler, whoever's reviewing the schedule, will see it and they can address it, but I'm not directly impacting that activity end date yet. So that's part of the functionality that's available here. Now, if I'm looking at handoffs, you can put handoffs in the actual work plan task screens. You can also address handoffs in the handoff screen. So you can create handoffs and you can select the handoffs, move them around, readjust as you require. Now, you can add new ones as well, by the way. If I want to have a look at my task list, this is all about the tasks in this task app, giving you different pieces of functionality, different ways of viewing, addressing, updating the information that's in the tasks. So I've got more of a list here. I can also add tasks here if I need to, but I can come in here and review the information. And if I wanted to click on a task, I can see things like handoffs, commitments, that kind of thing in the details. But I also, if I look in the columns, I've got the icons, and I also can update tasks in here. Just by clicking this white circle that's got the check-in, it will turn green and post that task as complete. So you've got some pretty easy ways of viewing the information and updating the information. My advice is always use whatever screen you find works best for you. Now we can add constraints if we need to. You saw the constraints in the work plan. You can add constraints in this screen as well and assign them to the tasks that they are impacting. Now there also is an analysis tab in the Tasks app. That gives you some basic summarization of the task information. So we've only got a small demo file here that we're looking at. Not a terrible large amount of updates in here just yet. So we've got not too busy of a display here, but you can get an idea. Project plan % complete, company planned % complete by the companies, reasons for missed commitments, and there's a couple more elements that will show up if we scroll down, but gives you kind of a food for thought, a little bit of a taste of some of the information that is available in the Tasks app. If you would like more information on Oracle Primavera Cloud, perhaps a complete demo, or to have a discussion of how Oracle Primavera Cloud might be a good fit for your company, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much for joining us.